Māui harnesses the sun to lengthen the days. In the days of old, the sun, Tamanui Te Rā, ruled the skies with no consideration for the people of the world. It hurried across the heavens so fast that the days were short and the nights came far too soon. For Māori, this was a great hardship. They had little time to fish, gather food, or tend to their crops, and much of their work was left unfinished before the sun sank below the horizon. One day, Māui, known for his cleverness and strength, sat with his people as they lamented their struggle. They spoke of how their crops withered in the fields, unable to ripen under the brief sunlight, and how they had to hurry their work, often leaving tasks incomplete. The elders worried that they would not have enough food for the coming winter. Māui listened carefully, and his heart was stirred by the plight of his people. Why does the sun speed across the sky so quickly, giving us no time to live and thrive? He asked aloud. Though he already had an idea. He knew that if the sun could be tamed, his people would have more time to grow their crops, fish in the rivers, and prepare for the future. With a plan forming in his mind, Māui decided to act. Gathering his brothers and the strongest flax ropes they could weave, Māui led them on a journey to the eastern horizon, where Tamanui Te Rā rose each morning. They travelled through the forest, crossed rivers and over mountains, until they came to the edge of the world, where the sun began its daily race across the sky. Māui and his brothers laid a trap for the sun. They placed the flax ropes in a great snare, tying them with magic and strength, so that when Tamanui Te Rā rose, he would be caught. As the first light of dawn appeared, they hid in the shadows, waiting for the sun to come into their trap. When the sun finally appeared, Māui leaped out and threw the ropes over the great burning orb. With all his might, he and his brothers pulled, holding the sun fast in the sky. Tamanui Te Rā was furious, struggling against the rope, sending heat and light in all directions, but Māui would not let go. "You move too quickly, Tamanui Te Rā," Māui called out. "You do not give the people enough time to live their lives. The days are too short for our crops to grow, for our fish to be caught, and for us to provide for our families. I would not let you go unless you agree to slow your journey across the sky." The sun, exhausted from its struggle, finally relented. "Very well, Māui," Tamanui Te Rā said, his fiery voice now calm. "I will slow my path. You have proven that we are intertwined, and harnessing the sun's energy is needed." With that promise, Māui loosened the ropes and the sun began to move again, but this time much slower than before. The days grew longer and the nights, though still cool and peaceful, were shorter. The people rejoiced, for now they had plenty of time to tend to their crops, to fish the rivers, and to enjoy the warmth of the sun. Their fields flourished and their harvests were bountiful. From that day forward, Māori knew that it was Māui who had tamed the sun for their benefit, giving them the time they needed to thrive. And so, the legacy of Māui lives on, as does the sun's steady journey across the sky, no longer in a hurry, but pacing itself just right for the land and its people.